He did. Just a short time ago, Governor Mike Parson and House Speaker Elijah Haahr held a press conference to talk about the abortion ban bills, the one in the House passed earlier in the legislative session, the other one being considered in the Senate today. The governor said the state of Missouri is taking a bold stand for life. He said the legislation being considered today, expected to be voted on today in the Senate, he called it important legislation that needs to get done, and he says it will get done.
As other states like New York and Virginia venture further away from the American ideal to protect and uphold the right to life, I am honored to lead a state standing here today with many of my colleagues and with so many others who are committed to standing up for those without a voice.
Right now, Republican State Senator Andrew Koenig from St. Charles, the sponsor of the Senate bill, said that he is confident that bill will become the law in Missouri, and he says he's also ready for it to be challenged in court. He said that he thinks that there are some aspects of it that definitely can hold up in court, but the state wants to have a ban on abortions on the books in place if a more conservative Supreme Court were to overturn Roe v. Wade.
Okay, well, you want to protect the child in the womb, but what about when the child comes out of the womb?
Throughout the day, Democratic senators criticized the proposed abortion law in an informal filibuster on the floor of the Senate.
Sometimes people who aren't being as responsible as they need to be find themselves in far from perfect situations.
The bill would ban abortions after 8 weeks. Bill sponsor, Senator Andrew Koenig, said a fetal heartbeat can usually be detected by then, and he didn't apologize for not including exceptions for rape or incest.
The question is, what does science tell us? Is it a life in the womb or is it not? That's the question. If we can say that it is, then there's no, you can't have exceptions like that because you're basically admitting that you're harming someone else.
Doctors performing abortions after a fetus is 8 weeks old could be sent to jail for up to 15 years, but women wouldn't be prosecuted.
We see the woman as more of as a victim of the abortion.
Republican senators aren't worried about the legal bills the Attorney General's office might rack up defending the law from an expected court challenge.
We have challenges to our laws constantly, so he's there to defend it, and I think he can incorporate that into his budget.
Democrats are outraged over the lack of exceptions in the bill and say the bill is in opposition to the law of the land.
This is about Republicans thinking they know what's best for women's reproductive health, and that is unheard of. I don't understand how they in good conscience can sleep at night.
I am told that the House has told the Senate that it is willing to support the Senate version of the abortion ban bill. And as I mentioned 30 minutes ago, the governor, in a very visible way, held a press conference to announce that he would sign that legislation and is in support of that legislation. Now, Senator Koenig has been in behind-the-scenes meetings all day. Leaders have been talking about what wording to leave in, what wording to take out. There's been a lot of negotiating going on, but Senator Koenig has told me that he is confident that before midnight there will be a vote and the bill will pass. Live at the Missouri State Capitol, Russell Kinsall, News 4.